Hi guys, James Markey here from Virteasy Dental. Just going to take you through an example for an implantology exercise using the latest version of Virteasy Editor. So here we go, I've started the workflow. I need to just give it a title, implantology. The overview, this is an example exercise. And the image here, I'm going to wait until step number 2 to add that in. If I want to, I can add instructions as well for the students. So this is an example. And again, I can add images to here and I can create new pages as well if I want to. I'm going to go straight ahead to the creation, that's the important part. So import DICOM from library for examples, and I'm actually going to take a DICOM series that I've got on my computer. So if I just find that being here, and here we go. So I've got the folder, I'll take the first image from the DICOM, it will automatically import all of those slices. And then when it's done, we'll be able to see the DICOM viewer, which you can see just behind here. So I have two choices. One, I can import the segmentation if I have it already, if I've created it, or I have an initial scan. And the threshold, I can try to automatically create it within Virteasy Editor if I have nothing else. Thankfully, I have a segmentation, so I'm going to click import and then import file. I just need to find it. So here it is, segmentation solid is what I've called it. And then it's going to import the segmentation. Here it is in yellow. So all I need to do is position the two up. And often this view in the top right is the easiest to do. So I can drag this window out slightly to give me more space and then play around with each of the different translations to get it in the right place. So here you can see on the right now it more or less matches up, and then I can just tweak it by 1s and 2s to make sure it's the same on all of these different views as well. So let's just bring that over. And there we go, that looks pretty good for this one. Maybe we're just going to bring it down ever so slightly. There we go, now we can see it covers the teeth perfectly. Now all you want to do is work through that scan and just double check that you've got no holes in between the teeth, because that's going to obviously affect your drilling. But once you've got the segmentation, it looks good. We can go ahead and click confirm segmentation, overwrite the existing one, so that's just going to replace what's there. And you can see it's now saved in place, and we've got our 3D view down here as well, which is looking pretty smooth. So then we can crop the haptic solid. Everything in grey you're going to be able to see within the scene, but we don't need to be able to touch everything, do we? So I can just crop that block down to the part where we're going to be doing the implant. I might also bring in the adjacent teeth as well, just to make sure that the operator doesn't cause any unnecessary damage. And then I can click crop down here. I'll overwrite the existing segmentation again. It is just to make sure that you don't do anything by mistake. So just go ahead and accept that. When this is done, it'll take a few moments. You'll see in the 3D view, it'll go blue for the haptic part, and it'll stay grey for the visual part. So that just helps you differentiate between the two here. So this will just take a few moments. There we go. So in the 3D view, we can now see blue solid where we're going to be able to touch it within the scene. And like I say, I didn't use an image at the start, so I've just hidden the scene marker, which is the floor. And I'm now going to take a snapshot of the 3D view. Now if I go back to step 1, and if I go back to the overview, you now see that it's updated the image for me, so I can use that to show what the exercise is all about. So when I'm done, I just click OK. Excuse me, that does the final confirmation of the segmentation. And then if I want to, I can go ahead to the planning stage. And then from here, I can add in the panoramic curve. So I'll just work through here so I can see what I'm working with. click once in various parts to form the curve, and then on the last one just double click. There you go. And now you can see on my panoramic I can view all of this, and where I click, that's going to change the vestibulolingual line. So then I can click to the part where I need my implants, click implants here in the bottom left, new implant, and then I can choose the type of implant that I want, choose the tooth number that I'm working on. I can't quite remember what we were working with, so I'm just going to go, let's say 32, and click OK. You can see it's positioned along that green line, and then here I can click the middle, drag down, take the top, and then turn it to where I need it to be. In my 3D view, I can get a visualization of what's happening, and if I click that line, I can use that to rotate as well in each of the directions. Then when I click and I drag, I can change that position, bringing it in to that 3D view. So now that it's moved away, I can do that on each of the different views. There we go. And like I say, I can just bring that up slightly to visualize it and put it back down. If I need to, I can change the tooth number here as well. That's just over here with the implant information, and change that. That's going to affect obviously all of the information. Now I can click nerves, new nerve, and this can just help visualize the nerves that are around. And again, double click on the final one, but this just offers you some visual representation of some functionality we're working on for the future. So then we can go ahead and go to the extras at the top, step 3. We have the assessment. So here, if you have multiple implants, you can add in multiple assessments. Otherwise, down at the bottom here, choose what it is you're looking for. So I might go drilling time, for instance, and I want this completed within 5 minutes. I can then choose everything else that I want to. Choose the depth, for instance. So I might put this up at 2 millimeters. And then I can go ahead to the toolkit, customize the exercise toolkit, and then I can give the students only the burrs I want them to have. So I might go ahead and choose some of these ones from implantology, and then I can go ahead and set questions. To set the first question, I just click down here, create new question, and are you happy with your result? This is going to appear as a yes no question for the students, and when I'm ready I can go ahead and click export. So I'm going to call this implantology segmentation. I can choose the category here. In more, I can choose the smoothing, but I'm going to leave that the same, and then I can go ahead and click save. It's going to take a few moments because it's creating the segmentations, it's resaving the DICOM data in the right place, creating the haptic solid, and putting them all together for an exercise case file. But I hope that's been really useful, and I would love it if you could send us examples of exercises that you're creating, and we can share those with the universities around the world that have Virteasy if you wish. So that's all. Have a lovely day, and I'll speak to you next time. Bye bye.